Hello to YouTube, Aaron again. Been quite a while since I've been with you guys. I kind of got away from it for a while in terms of shooting and that sort of thing, as I explained in my last video. But I'm hoping to start reviewing more guns. Hopefully my boy Ken and some others are going to help me out with loaning me some guns and that I can review for you. Today we're going to be talking about a gun that came out, I think, in the last year, maybe 2017. It is the Zbroia. I know I'm saying that wrong. I know. Kozak. And this gun comes from us from the Ukraine. It's a semi-bullpup. And as you know, I love bullpups and semi-bullpups. It's got a nice beech wood with a beautiful finish. It comes in a short and a long range version. Also, it comes in 17 and 22 caliber. Has the side lever. It's really crisp. I shot it a few times. Fast as you can rotate it, fast as you can shoot it. It has a 180 cc air chamber on it, cylinder rather, that could be filled to 300 bar. It has a Picatinny rail, which is really nice, and it's shrouded, as you can see. Don't know about the quietness of it and that sort of thing. When we go out and shoot it, we'll be able to take a better look at how quiet the gun is. I believe it's regulated. I'm not sure about that, but I believe it is. I didn't see the literature on that, so I can't really speak to that, but I would imagine it would be. Comes with a nice adjustable cheek piece that is spring loaded. You just let it up and tighten it down and adjust it to your shooting likes, and you're all set and you're ready to go. One thing I really love about this gun is that it's anti double feed. Okay, so if you feed a pellet in there, I don't know how many times I was hunting and I didn't realize that the gun had a pellet already in it, and I fed another one through and I double stacked. And I had to shoot the gun in order to shoot the next pellet, and that my game ran off. It's alright if you're just, shooting targets, but when you're out hunting, that's really a nice thing to have, that non-double feed. So that's really nice. The safety is right here. It's really easy to get to, very crisp to the finger touch and that sort of thing. The fill port is up front and it's covered. You unscrew this access point and feed it in there and tighten it back down, and it keeps the dust and debris out of the gun, and everything is good there. The gun can be adjusted. The hammer, both the hammer spring and the trigger can be adjusted. Unfortunately, you have to take the gun apart in order to do that, and I think that but at the price point of the gun, that's really not a deal breaker. I have had other guns where I had to take them apart and adjust, make all my adjustments, then put the gun back together. It's really nice to be able to do it from the outside without taking the gun apart, but then you're going to be spending a lot more than this gun here is going to cost you. And since we talk about that, let's talk about price point. This gun comes in right around $800. And it can be purchased from Joe, what is his name? Joe Zbroia. He's the air gun scientist, if you want to look him up. But they have the gun available now in the United States for right around $100, I'm being told. But overall, I really love the gun. I shot it twice outside before I came in to do this review, just to see how it shot. It's really balanced well. I mean, the tipping point is right at the trigger. That's really nice. It's not front loaded, it's not back loaded. It's right where it needs to be. It shoulders well, it feels well against it. That cheek piece can, again, can be adjusted exactly to your eye, so your eye automatically fall right in position. I have guns where I don't have that adjustable cheek piece, and I can tell you a lot of times I have to find that point to get that eye right. But when you got this adjustable piece, then you just drop it right on, and your eye is right where it needs to be. There's no fiddling around with trying to find the crosshairs. They're right there. Acquire your target, pull the trigger, and the deed is done. So what I want to do is I want to go outside. I'm going to shoot this thing for accuracy Go see how it's shooting there. I want to listen to it for sound, see if it's how quiet it is. I want to talk a little bit about the trigger pull in terms of how it's adjusted coming out of the factory. Ken did not tell me he had made any adjustments to the trigger, so I'm thinking this gun is still shooting the way it did right out of the box. So we're going to go outside. Let me talk about what I'm going to be shooting now. I think Ken was shooting a different kind of pellet than I'm going to be shooting today. I've been shooting this. I got a bunch of these, so I've been shooting them exclusively. I got the H&N Sport Barracuda Match because these were the ones I was shooting in my Springers, and they shot very well in my Springer. They are 10.65 grains and 177, of course, and they shoot well in there. I'm hoping they'll shoot well in here also, but we'll see how that is. But I know Ken said he shot this in a match a month or so ago, and he was able to hit 5 targets that really just the 1.77 could just fit through there. If you break any of the black around there, it would not be counted as a hit. And I think he said he got 4 or 5 hits on this with this thing here, and that's really accurate for a bullpup. This little short barrel and this little short configuration, when I'm sure everybody else was shooting guns that had very, very nice rest and were well balanced, and probably were guns exclusively made for bench rest. So looking forward to going outside and shooting this and seeing how it turns out, and coming back in and telling you my thoughts. And I'm not sure if we're going to shoot it against anything right now because I don't have a 177. Only thing I have in a 177 is the barrel for my impact, and right now that's in disrepair. So I'm not going to be able to shoot this gun against anything. I'm not going to shoot it against my my Wildcat, which is a 22. I don't think that would be fair. So let's go outside and shoot this thing and come back in and tell you what we think about it. Well, I think that went well. The gun performed really, really good. I'd buy it. Certainly at that price point of $800, I would buy it in a second. Great gun for hunting because of its easy carry and maneuverability. Great gun for bench rest and target shooting because of its accuracy. If you take a look at, and you did already see this, but I'll just bring up to show you in comparison. This is a nickel. This thing was more of a dime sized. And that was a pretty tight group, especially considering 2 things. New shooter, someone who's never shot the gun until just then. New pellet, H&N Sport Barracuda Match. But I'm quite sure that Ken is probably shooting JSBs in this thing and got it set up for JSBs. So I think in terms of a new shooter who's never shot the gun and a new pellet that's never been put through that gun, that was really a tight group. So my final thoughts. The gun performs well, it feels well, it functions well. The trigger could be a little bit more crisp, but I think that right now it's set up out the box. And if I'm going to shoot bench with it, I probably would get it down to less than a pound. A bit of a ping when the hammer struck, but overall, that was not a game breaker, and it was a little louder than I thought that a 177 would be. But again, it was backyard enough friendly. I shot in the backyard just now, and I wouldn't be afraid to shoot this in the backyard with neighbors around. The impact on target is probably going to be louder than the gun itself. So overall, $800. I buy it in a minute. I wish I could have compared it to my FF Impact, but the Impact is still in disrepair, and I hope they have that up soon. But all in all, great shooting gun, great price point, comes with great features, and I think that the Ukrainians, if that's the word, has a winner here with this semi-bullpup Kozak. So that's it for me. Thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, and thank you guys that subscribe, and I hope to do more videos for you in the near future. Safe shooting.